possession of heroin, a felony of the 5th degree. The defendant has filed for intervention, and we are also here today for a hearing on that motion. If the intervention is granted, the state would require the defendant to plead guilty to count 1, possession of heroin, as indicted with the forfeiture specification, and the state does not oppose intervention.
Okay, Mr. Leary, you want to address the intervention motion?
Yes, thank you very much, Your Honor. We did previously make a referral for the intervention in lieu of conviction program. I know that my client participated in the interview process that is entailed with that. It does appear from my review of those records that it was recommended that he do participate in that program and be accepted in the program. It's my understanding, Your Honor, that the state of Ohio does not have an objection to my client entering that program. My client is ready, willing, and able to participate in that program, as he's very desirous of addressing the substance abuse issue and getting into recovery, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Gold, as to the motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state does not oppose the defendant's motion for intervention in lieu of conviction.
All right, I'll grant the motion for intervention, so it's going to be a plea to count 1, right? The F4?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the forfeiture specification, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Plesadik, how old are you?
I'm 36, Your Honor.
How far did you go through school?
I have a bachelor's degree from Seton Hall University, and I studied a graduate degree at Princeton, but I didn't graduate.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Prior to coming to court, have you taken any drugs or alcohol or any prescription medication in the last 48 hours?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been diagnosed with or treated for any mental illness?
No, Your Honor.
Did you get a copy of this indictment?
My attorney has. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you see it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, it's my understanding you're going to plead guilty to count 1, possession of heroin, a felony 4, and the forfeiture specification, and then count 2 would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to go through all your rights that will ultimately culminate in a plea of guilty. So I'm going to go over all your rights that you have to trial and ask you if you understand them, ask you if you're waiving them. All right, but at the end of the plea, I will stay the criminal proceedings and that finds you guilty. You understand that? Then I'll
Yes,
place
Your
you on a plan, and if you complete the plan, then the charges will be dismissed. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You understand, before I accept the plea, I want to determine that you know and understand the constitutional rights you'll be waiving, the consequences of your guilty plea, and the maximum penalty that I could give you, and I need to be satisfied that your guilty plea is being made freely, knowingly, and voluntarily. So I'm going to ask you these questions. You don't understand a question, stop me. If you want to talk to Mr. Leary some more, let me know, and I'll give you more time. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a constitutional right to have a trial, either to me or to a jury of 12 Lake County citizens. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to a jury trial, all 12 members must agree to a guilty verdict before you can be found guilty. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to trial, the prosecutor will call witnesses to testify against you. Do you understand the prosecutor must prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt at a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
After the witnesses are done testifying for the prosecutor, you have the constitutional right to have your lawyer cross-examine the witnesses. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to trial, you have the right to have witnesses come here and testify for you. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If those witnesses refuse to come to court, then I'll issue an order called a subpoena to make them come and testify. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to testify at trial if you want to. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
have the constitutional right to not testify at trial if you do not want to. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you decide not to testify at trial, nobody is permitted to comment on that decision. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to trial and you're found guilty, you have the right to appeal the guilty finding. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you file an appeal, you have the constitutional right to have a lawyer represent you in the appeal. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you could not afford to hire a lawyer, one would be provided at no cost to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you file an appeal, you're entitled to have a transcript of all the hearings in this case. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you could not afford to copy those transcripts, they'd be given to you at no cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty today, you will not have the right to appeal the guilty finding. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about any of these rights?
No, Your Honor.
Do you still want to plead guilty to count 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by pleading guilty, you're fully admitting your guilt to the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that by pleading guilty to this felony, that upon sentencing, you're voluntarily giving up your freedom for whatever period of time that I could sentence you to prison, to jail, or to community control?
Yes, Your Honor.
Possession of heroin is a felony 4 in count 1. It carries a maximum prison sentence of 18 months and a maximum fine of $5,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty to the forfeiture specification, you're voluntarily giving up the items listed in the specification. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that a conviction in this case could result in a driver's license suspension of between 6 months and 5 years?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that a conviction in this case would prevent you from owning or possessing a firearm?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you are sentenced in this case and you're sentenced to prison, and then upon your release you might be placed on post-release control under the parole authority for up to 2 years. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you are placed on post-release control and you violate any conditions, the parole authority can send you back to prison for up to 9 months for each violation, up to 1/2 of my sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If that violation is a new felony, then you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for that violation. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If that were to happen, the maximum prison sentence for that violation would be the greater of 12 months or the time left under post-release control. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if a prison term is imposed in this case, that you're eligible for judicial release?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you violate the plan and you're convicted, I could put you on community control for up to 5 years, but if you violated any conditions, I could send you to prison for 18 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, has anybody promised you I would be lenient on you just because you're pleading guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you what I would sentence you to in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if this comes to sentencing, I do not have to accept the recommendation of either the prosecutor or your lawyer as to the sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had enough time to talk to Mr. Leary before pleading guilty today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he discussed everything about your case and answered all of your questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the advice he has given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entering your guilty plea?
Yes, Your
Do you
Honor.
have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Gold, if the case went to trial, what would the evidence show?
Thank you, Your Honor. The facts would show that on April 19th, 2025, officers were called to the address of a botanist in Wickliffe, Lake County, Ohio. There they made contact with the defendant and found him to be in possession of suspected heroin. The suspected heroin was taken to the Lake County Crime Lab for testing and did test positive for heroin, a Schedule I controlled substance.
All right, Mr. Leary, anything to add to those facts?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Pledisek, did you hear what Ms. Gold said, that the facts would show if the case went to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are those facts true?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what is your plea to count 1, possession of heroin, a felony 4?
Guilty.
And what is your plea to the forfeiture specification?
Guilty.
Mr. Leary? Oh.
He thought it was just another hearing until the judge found out the truth. What happened next shocked the entire courtroom.
Your Honor, I've witnessed Mr. Plesovic and Mr. Leary sign the written plea of guilty in open court, and I have signed it myself.
Bless you.
Mr. Plesovic, is this your signature on the written plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want me to accept your written plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept the written plea of guilty. Defendant was present when Mr. Leary advised of all of his rights, made a knowing, intelligent, voluntary waiver. He understands the nature of the charge, the consequence of his guilty plea, and the maximum penalty. Find it to be knowing, intelligent, voluntary. Will accept the plea of guilty to possession of heroin, count 1, a felony 4, and the forfeiture specification, and the items listed are forfeited to the state. I'm going to stay the criminal proceedings and place you on an intervention plan. So, how long have you been using opiates?
18 months, 2 years.
What'd you use before that?
Started out with like low-level opiates, like 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, and then just kind of progressed from there. Your Honor.
Why'd you start taking those?
I moved back from New Jersey and got a house with my girlfriend here, and she broke up with me and moved back to California, and it was kind of a difficult time in my life, and I think that's when I started using, around a couple years ago.
All right. You've been smoking pot for years before that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Like regularly?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do you do for work?
I own a swimming pool business, a shaker pool service. I've owned it for the past 8 years. Yeah, it's pretty much like my life's work.
What do you do with that?
Maintain and clean residential swimming pools in Shaker, Cleveland Heights, Beechwood, Pepper Pike, Gates Mills. I have about 70 clients, mayors, neurologists, cardiologists, pillars of society.
You've never been diagnosed with any mental illness, is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
How long have you been playing around with the fentanyl?
About 2 years.
How do you know what you're getting ain't gonna kill you this minute you take it?
I guess you don't, Your Honor.
Then why do you do it?
Because I have an addiction and I am seeking treatment.
What treatment have you sought before?
I haven't.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you, sir.
What's with your license, your driver's license?
It has a judgment suspension. It's kind of a long story. I got into a very minor accident in Beechwood maybe like a year and a half ago, and the guy wanted $7,000, and it was like a 3-mile-an-hour accident. We actually went to Columbus for a hearing, and they said that I owed him $400, and I paid him, and somehow it still says I owe him $7,000, and it was a whole fiasco. I got a lawyer for it, everything. And then after that, it just kind of work started and it just got put on the back burner. But I went to a hearing with the BMV in Columbus for this judgment suspension, and they said I owed him like $400, and I paid it. And for some reason,
where's the judgment from?
It was from the BMV. I had my attorney was Diana Corey. I'm sure she would have the documentation. I have it at my house.
All right, well, you better get it cleared up. I mean, if you're driving all around the Heights.
I don't drive. My license is suspended, Your Honor.
All right, well, get it. Okay, one of the conditions of your plan is that you get it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'm going to put you on a 5-year plan, intervention plan. You're going to serve 96 days in jail with credit for 36. The last 30 days you're over here, you're going to do the jail treatment program. You're going to complete it. You're going to follow all the recommendations. After you complete that, I'm going to refer you to the opiate recovery program through Lake Geauga. You'll complete that program and follow the recommendations. You're to have no drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're to utilize only one doctor and one dentist, and one pharmacy for any medication that you are prescribed. And whatever you're prescribed, you're to take it only as prescribed. You're going to sign releases for probation so they can get your records. You're going to get a mental health evaluation and follow all the recommendations. You're going to get a valid driver's license, maintain full employment, and pay the cost and supervision fees. Ms. Crook, any other terms you think are applicable in the plan?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Plesovic, do you understand what the terms are?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any question about the terms?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if you fail to comply with the terms, then the state will file a motion to terminate the intervention plan, and if I terminate it, then you stand convicted of this felony 40. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then all those penalties we went over are then in play. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you complete the terms, then the case gets dismissed. So you, I'm not sure why, if you're telling me the truth, why you ever started with the opiates, but it landed you where it landed you, and now you've got this apparently uncontrollable problem because you doesn't seem to dawn on, or it does dawn on you that the next hit of fentanyl you take could kill you, but you're doing it anyway. So you got a big problem that you're going to have to deal with. I don't know what's going on in the jail with the Kit Kat fiasco and the theft and all that nonsense, but look, you're there for 60 more days and you're in this program, and if you monkey around in there, you'll get thrown out of the program, which is a violation of the plan. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So don't screw around.
Yes, Your Honor.
That was intense. Do you think the judge went too far, or did he do the right thing? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe for more shocking cases like this.